there's got to be a balance between us loving and helping people and us not enabling people at the same time, right? So here it is in Galatians 6. In Galatians 6:2 as we go on, okay? Brothers, if someone is caught in a sin, you should restore him. We just did that. And then he goes on and says, and we should share each other's burdens and in this way fulfill the law of Christ. Well, what does that mean? What that means is if they're caught in a sin, you should share that burden and help them. All right? But whatever their burden is, the law of Christ is for us to help those other people. And if you think this is the Message paraphrase, if you think you are too important to help someone, you are only fooling yourself. You are not that important. Remember that. Okay? That's part of the problem, is that, a lot of times I just don't have time for anybody else's burdens to be involved in it. The law of Christ is that I help them. And we're supposed to share in each other's burdens, and most of us don't do enough of that. But what is a burden? This is interesting, because he goes on in verse 5 and says, and we are all responsible for our own conduct. So that changes the tune just a little bit. Right? Here's what's cool about that verse. Literally what that verse is saying is if somebody's caught in something, in a sin or whatever, we should help them. As a matter of fact, we should help them with whatever their burden is. But everybody has to carry their own weight. That's a paraphrase of the beginning of Galatians 6. What's the point? The point is that a burden is something that's so heavy that no other person could carry it, that no one person could carry it by themselves, okay? It's this heavy. It's literally a boulder, okay? That's what the meaning of this word is. So what does that mean for us? Well, somebody in our life, maybe they're caught in a sin, okay? Maybe they have a medical condition. Maybe their child has something going on that's really drastic. Maybe there's a crushing financial issue, loss of a job, they're going through a divorce, whatever. There are some things in life that we should not carry by ourselves. And you and I should not let other people carry those things by themselves either, even if they're acting like a vampire. But the word here for everyone is responsible for their own conduct could also be burden as well. It could also be translated that. So carry each other's burdens, but everyone is also responsible for their own burdens. In other words, if the load is too big, don't let them carry it by themselves. But if the load is not too big, don't take it away from them. We are all responsible for our own burdens, the ones that we can carry. So if the hiking analogy works for you, here you go. Everyone should carry their own backpack. Oh, if they're stuck under a rock and they can't get out from under that rock, if they're hiking, and all of a sudden there's a rock slide and their arm is trapped and they can't get out, you shouldn't go, you got a pocket knife, you're good. I saw that movie. No. Get the rock off. Okay, get the rock off of them. That's what should happen. But it also means that you probably ought to not go hiking with people who think you should carry their water and their granola bar. I mean, unless they're your kid and they're 4 years old, that's called enabling in recovery circles, okay? And when it comes to something that somebody should be carrying on their own, they should carry it on their own.